Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be probably a little bit longer, but I'm just going to be going off people's coin recommendations that they posted on my Twitter. Not every coin made it on this list. I will tell you why, because they're shitcoins, and I don't trade low liquidity coins. Even some of the coins that made it on here are garbage, but I'm going to go over them. The first thing I'm going to go over is ETH and Bitcoin charts, because those are the only coins worth looking at in my opinion. Everything else, if you're trading, you're probably wasting your time, but everyone wants to make money somehow. So ETH gave this on my Twitter. I said if it clears this high and closes below, go ahead and short, stop above the wick. It happened there. We cleared the highs. Closed below, and then you could have shorted for a nice 1% move. I'm resorting to freaking charting off 5-minute charts now because there's no volatility in the market. I don't usually trade 5-minute charts, but I've been given no choice. So I will probably be posting a lot more, 5-minute charts, and everything's a quick scalp. This was a 1% move, which is pretty big for the type of conditions that we're in. But outside of this, let me just remove this. This is no longer valid. The bigger play I have for this is a short here at the supply zone. Entry and then DCA would be 1277. Hard stop above 1300. And then I expect a reversal from here down to about 1080 unless we have bullish news in the market. I'm not looking for anything else, but currently we're looking at a bull flag on the 4-hour. Okay, so target for this bull flag at the next impulse up should lead us to that zone, and that's where I will be starting my short. It's a pretty strong supply zone, hasn't been tested yet, so I expect rejection from that area. Take profit as you see fit. Again, nothing here is financial advice. I'm just giving you possible short and long entries and setups. Okay, so I'm looking to short around 1266 up to 1280. Hard stop at 1300, and take profits will be 1225, 1154, and 1080. For Bitcoin, I did give a couple of trade ideas as well on my Twitter. I'm looking to long this sweep here. Now, this might not happen. This might get front ran. We might just grab this low here and probably bounce from here. But I would love to get long on this order block here and ride this to this 4-hour bearish order block around 17.3 to 17.5. That's where I'll be looking to swing short. If we are able to flip 17K, 17.2K to support, so if we, go like this, right, and flip this to support, I will close out my short, and then possibly flip long, but this is still, we're just waiting. It was previously resistance, right, all this resistance here, and we haven't had the rejection there once we broke down. So that's where you'll be looking to possibly flip long if we are able to flip this to support. Otherwise, I'm going to short there. Hard stop around 17.9, and I'm going to TP down at range lows. Okay, when we come back here, we'll have a triple tap. So we have the 1, we took the liquidity here, right? Swing failure, went up. I'm looking for that possible third tap here, and that's where you'll long. And stop below this wick here. So everything is low risk, like 2% here, right? 2.4% here, 2.2% there, and this is the only one with the highest risk. lowest risk, 1.5%. So nothing is going over, 3%. Position yourself wisely. Don't over position in a low volatile market, especially watch those longs in a downtrend. So first coin we're going to be taking a look at is shitcoin KDA. Let's take a look. Let's remove all this. Okay. So we have a nice I wouldn't call this a channel. These lines aren't parallel, but we've got a nice falling wedge forming here. Not even a falling wedge. It's just down a descending wedge. Let me look at this on the daily. No. Okay. So macro-wise, bottom's not in. Okay, so there's no point of swing trading anything here. But for those people that want to buy long term, okay, this is going to be your area to buy. 0.8593. You have a strong demand zone here. So long-term buyers, this is a good area to buy. So 0.85 down to 0.73. Lose that, then we're in trouble. Actually, lose 85 or 86 cents and turn it to resistance, we're in trouble. We'll probably go much lower. I would like this area to hold here. But if you're looking for a trade on a lower time frame, then I'm not looking to get anything until possibly this. Well, it's an ugly color. Why is it white? Until this resistance is flipped. Okay, it was resistance here. We still have not flipped. We flipped it here, right? And then we went up. And then we lost it. We still were unable to hold it. So unless this is flipped here, and then we come down to this trend line resistance as well. So we need 93 cents or 0.936 to be flipped. Best case, breakout, retest this, confirm the SR flip there as well, and then send higher. If that happens, we'll probably get a revisit back up to 97 cents. And then if you want the target for this, right, clear this resistance here. $0.97 is your first resistance. Flip that. This is going to be your second take profit, and then you can hold, your bags up for the final target here. I don't study this coin. I don't care for it. Fundamentals, I don't give a shit for, honestly. I'm more of a TA trader. Fundamentals don't mean shit to me. So trade the charts. Don't fall in love with any coin, and just trade the levels. Okay, so KDA on a higher time frame, right? If you love this coin, this is your accumulation zone from 86 cents down to 72, right? But if you're looking for that quick buck, I would not buy here. I would buy on this flip of 93, and then if this flip happens, you get 3% move there, about 8% to there, and then final is your 30% move up. So 93.6 cents is your level to buy on that flip. Second chart is going to be Atom. Let's take a look at Atom. Not pretty. Let's see. All right, one sec. Let me look at it on a chart that actually has data. Damn. Not pretty. Okay. Very important level for Atom right now. You have, right? We flipped it to support and then ran, and now we're back on support. The longer we consolidate on support, it's bearish, right? We don't want to lose this 8.9 level on the weekly. If we turn to resistance, we're going lower, and by lower, I'm talking about probably these levels here. So 6.6. So for now, this is your range. Okay, we set the weekly range. Now let's go on the 4 hour. Actually, let's go on the daily. Okay. Maybe a harmonic there. I'm not going to draw harmonics. So the daily, we need to reclaim this. Okay. If this breaks out here, we're looking for, I don't know if this has juice. If Bitcoin goes up to 17.3, this would probably go to like here as well. This is strong resistance here on the daily. Okay. I would look for a rejection here. There. So what happens is if it rejects from there, okay, you can place a short. Now you'll go on a lower time frame to get your stop. So let's see if it rejects here. Lower time frame. So you could possibly take a short on a lower time frame. Very tight risk. Let's remove this really quickly. Let's see what happens at 9:04. Tight stop. But you're looking for this trend line here. I would reject it. It's been rejecting so far. I would short it. It's been rejecting so far. So you could have another short at the point of rejection. So I mean, depending on how far it goes, right? You could take a small short. Probably stop would be above there, and then TP back at support levels. Right? If it goes there, your first TP will probably be here, whatever that is, 9.3. Second would be 8.83, so on and so forth. But on a lower time frame, you're looking for a possible rejection here. Now, however, be careful. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections. The more tap of resistance, the weaker it's going to be. So see how it reacts here. You could, you're obviously going to keep shorting resistance until broken. You also have a order block here. So we can possibly do a long scalp there. Take profit at the trend line. I'm going to leave that there so you guys can see. Now the other option, break trend line, okay? Retest, turn this 8.84 to resistance. You have confluence with the trend line as well. That's 2. That'll give you another reason to short. Stop would be above the tallest wick closer. It hasn't been formed yet. And then you will target the lows. So this trend line down here. You'll take profit at the order block. You'll take profit down here, right? And then last one there. You could open a long hedge at that OB. And then you'll target, the trend line. So there's a lot of things you could do. But this is not a buy for me. I still think the market's not in. Like I said, 6.6 is if we break 8.84 on the weekly, right? Then you're looking at 6.6. So I'm not a buyer of Atom, but there are plays that you can do, and those are 3 of them. So top rejection here, break, stop would be tight. Break of trend line and retest rejection of resistance and the trend line. You have 2 confluences there for a short. Stop above the highest local wick. Hasn't formed yet, so you have to wait. And then you could long hedge this OB. Also short the trend line rejection here. Next coin is Litecoin. Okay. Litecoin. Litecoin failed to break resistance at it broke it, but it failed to hold it. Here you have resistance at the weekly at 66. If we can close above this on the weekly, we have a higher chance of going up. So now we know our weekly resistance level. Trend line has not formed yet. You need 3 touches for a trend line to be established. So here's 2. Lose this, you could short. You could possibly long. Let's do here. $58 would be a good long. Stop below here. Right. That's only if it breaks this trend, comes up and rejects. Right. I always play retests. It's safer. For a long, you would have to wait until this resistance is flipped. Once it's flipped, again, weekly would be better, but if it can close above daily, next candle or subsequent candles come down and retest and hold. Once that third candle opens above, you could long trigger it and place your stop probably like down there. But no longs for me until this is flipped, and shorting it this area here. 74 to 77. That's Litecoin. Uni. I don't care for an actual subscription to TradingView. I'm not really trading anymore. Okay, so very important level for uni. 5.3. Turn it to resistance, we fall down. But on the daily, we're holding trend so far. Again, if we turn that weekly support to resistance, right, you're going to be looking at this next trend line to hold, lose that, then free fall. Free fall up until probably this order block here. Okay. Maybe it stops here at support. 4.6 first. Bounce there, lose that, definitely this order block. If we get up here to this bearish order block, 5.9, that's a short for me. Stop above this wick. No long for me yet. It's on support. It's been consolidating here. Consolidating on support for too long usually leads to a breakdown. We've also been, going up in price with low volume. Also a recipe for a dump. I'd stay away from this coin for now. But if we can close above 5.3 on the weekly, then you could long with your stop below 5. I don't like this coin, but close above weekly, something like that. Lower your position size, and then we'll target there. R&R isn't that great. Maybe you can do there. So stop would be 5.13, and then you'll target. Your main target would be that order block, but you're going to take profits, at resistance. So probably there. On the daily, and then here. There you go. That's how I would play it. I don't like this coin, so again, going with small sizing here. Next coin, SUSHI. This coin's been dying. I don't know why. Don't know why. Sorry, these are my old chart lines. Okay. SUSHI's on life support. Man, every alt's on life support. Lose this, and it's free fall. Probably an SR attempt at 7.23, and then after that it's going to be 50 cents. It's been rejecting off the trend line. You could get a sweep of the lows here. So this could come and sweep lows on the daily and then go back up. So if it does, put in a swing failure and close back above the support line, that's a long. But otherwise, I wouldn't long this until this trend line is flipped. If it ever gets to this area here, 1.1 to 1.2, you could short this with stop. I mean, it's a 13% stop. You'll lower your position size, so your loss would be max of like 2%, and you'd get that. Supply zone hasn't been retested. Also, you have resistance here, hasn't been retested yet. good confluence for me to short. Also, if we turn 0.915 or this support line to resistance, also a short, stop above like 0.99, and you'll target these lows here as well. Only long for me is either one, swing failure, these lows here, right? Close above the support line, that's your long. Stop below the swing failure that was created, that wick that was created. Two, flip this resistance, break out, right? Flip this to support as well. Then you'll target here. That's where you'll flip short if you want, or you can hedge. But that's the only thing that I'm looking for sushi. Woo, also a shitcoin. Man, hold on a sec. Yeah, life support for Woo as well. Okay, so a couple options here. One, trying to see something. One sec. Okay. You could take. Nope, this already hit the OB. I don't like this. You could long this OB again. I mean, it bounced right off of it, right? Hasn't fully filled this liquidity zone, so you could long it again. Very tight stop. Turn this support into resistance. I honestly would like this triple tap here. Now, we could come back down something like, right, take out this low here, swing failure, probably reject here. If we can reclaim this and go higher, that's the trigger that I would long. I don't know. I don't like this coin, but if we ever get here, it's a short for sure. That's a short. Possibly a short here as well. So something like this has futures, I think, right? Yeah. Okay. The only long that I would take is if this level is flipped to support, I would long that with my stop probably somewhere there to this level. This is mid-range, right? Here's your range high. Here's your range low for now. This is mid-range. Not worth trading any of this. So those are your three options. Actually four. OB, triple tap, reclaim long, possibly a long scalp here. It's going to be very tight stop. Long on this reclaim of the supply zone. You can short hedge it, and major short would come here. BNB. BNB. Okay. So BNB, we have a weekly SR level that we have held. So let's start on weekly. Right, came, held it, beautiful. We may go and retest it again, but Binance is, I'm staying away from Binance and Twatcoin or whatever TWT is, Trust Wallet. Stay away from it for now, but the only long for me would be a break above this resistance and flip it to support. Okay, I would target 263 to 268 as a short area. So here, that's where I will short. Something like that all the way down to 200, possibly lower. Okay. It's holding trend. Lose trend. Turn it to resistance. Reject here. You could also play a short setup. Wait, possibly like that. It's going to bounce at this level for sure, at least. But lose that, it's a free fall. You could take a long scalp here. Now these are all higher time frame. They require some patience. I don't like charting low time frame plays, okay? I know these are scattered a little bit. Let me change that. Otherwise, you're looking to long on this flip here, right? Stop loss would be below. Hasn't formed yet, but if this flips, probably like somewhere down here, and then you'll target this short area. That's what I have for BNB. Dot. Possibly on life support. Oof, yeah, this coin's... Yeah. On life support as well. Alts are just getting obliterated. I would stay away from this coin. Turn this weekly support into resistance. You're just looking at, honestly, much lower. So there, I'm not even going to go lower. There's no point. Lower time frame though. By the way, guys, I don't use any indicators on my charts. I use EMA sometimes for confluence. I'm mostly a support, resistance, supply, and demand zone trader. I use, harmonics and trend lines, like these trend lines, for confluence. I don't use volume. I don't use any of that. I'm simple. My charts are simple and white. Okay, so dot. That's a short if we get it again. Tight stop. Right, it's a scalp. This could possibly bounce again on this trend line here, so keep an eye on that. Honestly, I would not long this coin. Maybe if we break here. Break here, retest, I'd long. Tight stop there probably. I'd long to this area. If this does break out though, We have a fair value gap. Does it go and fill it? I don't think so, but if it does, okay, eventually it will. That's a short for sure. That is a short. So there is where I'm going to be shorting. Stop probably around 5.7, maybe a little bit higher. 5.8 if we get there, or when we get there. So something like that. And obviously you're going to wait until data develops here to take your profits. So long on this break of this trend line. I'm not long in this here. Watch for a potential bounce here. You could place your, it could also go for a swing failure. Take out those lows, right? Reclaim this trend line. If that happens, in swing failures, you could long there, stop up below this wick here, take profit at here, and then at the rejection of this trend line, which it probably will again. And then if it flips it, you could long or add to your longs, short this area. 4.64-ish to 4.71. Link. Link. Think. One sec. Okay, this was me 5-minute charting the other day. Actually, it was yesterday. Gave this to just the boys. So this chart still stands. If we are able to clear this high here, 6.7, or sorry, 6.5, take it out, close below on the 5-minute, right? There's your trigger. Stop would be above here, or whatever the highest wick is. That will be a swing failure short, just like the ETH one I gave at the beginning or on my Twitter. On a higher time frame, this could be an accumulation area. Okay, we could accumulate here and then expand. I would be looking for a short here if we get it. Supply zone. It'd be the first rejection or the retest of this possible bearish retest of this resistance. All right, so if we get it, short, stop loss, find your take profits once we get more data. Yeah, it would fall in perfectly with confluence as well of this area. All right, now perfect 3-tap setup here. First tap, and then we came and we took liquidity. Right. And we had a third tap. That was if you caught that, that was a perfect long. Possible other long scenarios would be this OB. It's been holding this area well for now. So this depends on your risk appetite. You could place your stop below here if your risk is higher. If you want a tighter risk, maybe somewhere there. Target this trend line, right? Your first resistance will come here. This could possibly reject again. A lot of resistance. Lower time frame. Let's go to the 2 hour. Possible bull flag. Broke out. Now it's retesting. Now it's just consolidating here. This could just, everything depends on Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin goes up, this would go up to about 6.6. Now again, on that 5-minute chart that I was talking about, right? That's if it, that is the rejection. If we do clear it, swing failure, close below, that's your triggered short. Again, this is a 5-minute chart, so scalps are going to be pretty fast. Stop above the wick. So let's say we wicked till there, right? TP, TP. All dependent right now. But if I were to go back on here, right, that falls in perfectly. This is that short area. So if we go above, take it out, and any higher than this would be perfect. Like this was a perfect supply zone too short. If we go there again, another short for me. Like this is a good area to short. So anywhere from 6.4 down to or up to 6.15 is a short. Something like that. Now, these two plays are different plays, okay? That 5-minute play and this one are two different plays. But yeah, those are the only coins that you guys submitted. I'm only interested in trading high cap coins. I'm not touching Woo or KDA. So all eyes on Bitcoin and Ethereum for now. But yeah, that's it. If you guys like my content, please consider using my link for Bybit. It would mean a lot. Please retweet and share this video as well. Thanks, everyone.